Who remembers when I first started? Spotted ghosts back in 2013. Probably not a lot of you. Trust me, I have tried. I really have tried to move away from phones and make apps that run on these boards or these little devices here.
I just can't do it, Captain. I don't have the power.
These are so much more advanced with their technology than these. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. You see that phone there and that phone there? They're both Samsungs. That's a Sony and that's an Apple. These are made by 3 of the biggest tech companies in the world. They have the best technology inside them right now that is available to the public. Though by the time this video is released, this will be superseded by the iPhone 15, which will have a lot better technology in it. This is a Raspberry Pi. It's a mini computer, has its own operating system on it, or you can install other operating system on it. It then runs apps. This is an Arduino board. It's what's in my Ghost radars, and they're a bit more powerful than these smaller Arduino boards or these. And you install an app on it. This is a Nano board. You install an app on it. These machines, they're called M5 stacks. They run apps. When I first saw an M5 stack being used, it was running an app that produced words, and I thought, great, I can use that for Spirit Talker, because at the time I was building Spirit Talker to run on this little device here. This is an Arduino. This is just a little test prototype. It would look like this. I would then 3D print a case, add some sensors and maybe some little aerials, and install my app on it. And I was going to sell it. I don't get it. You slate apps, you slate Ghost Adventures, but then you go and spend $500 on an app that's come from Ghost Adventures. That doesn't make sense. It's weird, innit? You know, people complain about apps, but they would rather buy a real device, not realising that it's still an app. It just runs on something else instead of one of these. This particular machine doesn't have any sensors in it, and you can get an app that you install on this that runs apps. They're about £30. They come in all different shapes and sizes. That phone there is amazing. All of these, they all run apps. The difference being, these are already in your pocket and you can hold them in your hand. They're hand-size supercomputers, especially that one. That phone there is the best phone I've ever seen when it comes to phones, and I own a lot of phones. These sorts of devices, they're okay. This is an M5 Go. This has got 2 sensors in it, an accelerometer and a gyroscope. So you can tell what angle it's at or if it's moving, but that's it. This is the next one up from that. It's called a Core 2. It's got a touchscreen and the buttons along the bottom. This also has the same 2 sensors in it, the accelerometer and the gyroscope. You can buy extra sensors that you can plug in, but they're kind of big. Well, not huge, but you would still see them attached to it. All these phones have a huge array of sensors. This one has the most amount of sensors in it out of all of these phones, and if you ran my music box on there, it would use all of the sensors you can see on screen. 14 different sensors in here, and if any of them detect any change in energy, it would play the music. Do you see where I'm going with this? I like making apps for everything. I make apps that go on that, and all of them. See, people think phones are just for scrolling through social media, hating on people, or watching YouTube videos, not realising that these handheld awesome devices are amazing. That phone there cost me £1,100. In fact, there's about £3,500 worth of phones here. That one that's got more sensors than all of these, and it was the cheapest phone here. You know, if a spirit can manipulate a cat ball, why are you saying that it can't manipulate the sensors in these phones?